Hey Leos, how are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome to the third week of October. Actually, I'm gonna take these. Welcome to the third week of October. We're finishing up Libra season. So this is your third week of October love/general reading. This deck that I'm using right now is called the Ostara Tarot. That's Ostara. And I definitely, if you guys are interested in starting tarot or have already started tarot and you want to get some more decks or whatever the situation may be, this is one that I definitely recommend. It's gorgeous. I think the messages come really well and really intuitively. I'm just going to go ahead and part these right now. Just because I'm seeing a lot of cards here that have come up in other readings a lot, so I definitely want to make sure that the deck is shuffled really well. And if those cards were meant to come out in the reading, like that one, they will. That came out for Cancers right before you guys. But like I said, if cards from past readings are meant to come out, they will. Okay. So I should note that a lot of these cards, the Magician, the Five of Cups, the King of Wands, the Fool, and the Queen of Pentacles all came up in the Cancer reading. I think also the Magician. And I know that the Ten of Swords and the Devil came out in, I believe, the Taurus and the Gemini reading respectively. I know that the Two of Cups, I believe, came out in the Gemini reading. So definitely if you guys have a friend group that's like filled with those people, I would consider watching that reading. Or maybe if you suspect that someone has those placements in their chart, I would recommend watching those readings. I feel like this week in particular, everything is just kind of interconnected. This is definitely going to be a week for everyone where you're sort of talking more about what you have in common than what you have in difference. But Leos, I'm definitely getting for you guys that you're facing some kind of judgment, or you guys are passing judgment. So for me, the Judgment card is always like the Justice card, but like a higher octave. So, or that's very fitting for Libra season. Whereas you guys, instead of achieving like fairness on like everyday things, you're probably looking towards like settling things that have been going on for months or even years. Like if you guys were trying to settle a court case or something, this could apply to some of you guys. Because this is a love reading and I see like the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords, it could be that some of you are filing for a divorce and it's finally coming through. And that's going to sort of open up the space for your like soulmate to come in. With the Fool card, that could symbolize a new beginning for some of you, and with the Devil card, that could be like you releasing that spouse, which could have been like a bad situation or even a toxic one. But I feel like that might not apply for everyone, but for some of you, like somebody who watches that reading, this reading might resonate with that message. So definitely, what I'm getting for you guys is that there was something in your past that caused you a lot of hurt. Because I see that 10 of swords, and I see that 5 of cups. And like, the thing about fire signs and like Leos in particular is that with your loved ones, you're very fiercely loyal. I almost said fiercely Leo, but you guys are extremely loyal to the people that you care about. And to have somebody sort of betray that trust, for you in particular, is really hurtful, is really painful. And I feel like that's how you're feeling with that 10 of swords. And I'm feeling that with this judgment card, you're really deciding whether or not you want to forgive this person. You know, the judgment card in this deck has a sword, and that tells me that you might be considering cutting someone off. And if that's the case, then like, you know, I pose it to you that you should be sure of what you're doing. If you think that that's the best thing to do, then I'll stand by you. Definitely. With this Queen of Cups, it could be that you're dealing with a female Capricorn, because the Devil card talks about Capricorn, and the Queen of Pentacles here, I may have said Queen of Cups, but the Queen of Pentacles talks about earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So you guys either are dealing with somebody who may have been a female Capricorn who betrayed your trust, or just a female earth sign in general. Or the second option is that that's how you guys are feeling. You guys are feeling stable. You know, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Judgment, you have this sort of firm, stable mental energy where you're not coming to like an emotional energy with like the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups talks about emotions, so on the negative end of the spectrum of that card, you know, she has the tendency to make overly emotional decisions. That would be like the Queen of Cups in reverse. And then like upright, even then sometimes has the tendency to forgive, sometimes a little bit too quickly. But like an evolved water sign will understand that they need to set their own boundaries, and that their boundaries are equally as important as other people's needs. But I feel like you guys, with this King of Wands, have sort of mastered your own fiery energy, so you're not making like impulse, rash, angry decisions, and you're so deep into the Pentacle realm that you're stable, not only physically but mentally, with this Judgment card. So like I said earlier, I feel like if you're going to make the decision to cut someone off for good, like, you're going to be sure of it. But whatever this hurt was in the past, I definitely see that there's someone either coming in, or you're going to see a new beginning with someone. Because I see the Two of Pentacles and Two of Cups with the Fool. So the Two of Pentacles talks about juggling, and sometimes in love that can mean that you're juggling partners, but I'm not getting that that's what's happening here. I feel like this Two of Cards talks about you, and it's you juggling the situation of simultaneously dealing with like whatever was this sort of devastating hurt or betrayal in the past, with this new opportunity of love, this new beginning in love, most likely a soulmate. And that's sort of why you have this Five of Cups energy, is because you have the hurt of those 3 cups, but you also have the relief of the 2 cups that are left. Also, I'm just now looking at the snake. I haven't been drawn to that snake before, but it could be that you had literally a snake in your life. And honestly, they did you the favor of showing who they really are, because you deserve to have people who are genuine in your life. And I feel like you're doing everything that you can towards making making it a reality that everyone in your life is genuine. And last, the cards that I saved for last are the Seven of Pentacles, sorry, the Seven of Cups and the Magician. So the Seven of Cups to me talks about fantasy. Like, this person is... It's interesting because in other decks, you'll see the cups themselves as holding the fantasies. But in this card, in this deck, you see that she is being looked at by all these people. So I feel like she is sort of the object of attention, and object isn't a good word to use, definitely, but she's like the center of attention. She's the person that people are fantasizing over. And I feel like that's how people are seeing you, because you're in this King of Wands energy. So you are in your own energy. I don't know if I've mentioned that up to this point, but people are fantasizing about you. So I feel like with this Magician card, you have the power to have the people that you want right now. Especially with this King of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles energy, people see you as this strong, stable, leader type person, very type A personality, very strong. And even if you yourself don't feel that way, that's how you come off to other people. And they really like that. They really desire that. So what I always say when I get the Magician and Seven of Cups combination, because that combination comes up a lot more commonly than you would think, is that I think that you should really decide on what you want moving forward, especially with the Fool here, because you're at a point where you can sort of start from ground zero and build up with whatever kind of foundation you want. So explore your options, set your intentions, build your plan, and then act upon it, because like I said, the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles is a killer combo to have in conjunction with each other. So you guys are really going to like just knock them dead this week. So decide on what you want and make it come true. So Leos, that was your third weekly reading for October. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or a comment, and if you wish to see more content from me in the future, definitely consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys for your next weekly reading on Monday.